January was kind of a funny month when it came to funny topics. There was the whole Chinese food thing, Domino's Pizza. If we even go back to December, there was the Christmas lights boycott and a few other things. It seems like it's becoming easier to find topics like this because they get more and more ridiculous just about every month. Here's another one. This is from NBC News, as you can see from the headline. Lynn Stewart Paramore promising young women. Coof and the women giving up alcohol to fight patriarchy. After decades of thinking that alcohol liberated them, increasing numbers of women are wondering if it actually created new prisons. Kind of a interesting article. Goes over a lot of the history of alcohol and so there was a long time ago, the Prohibition era. If you don't know what that is, that's when there was a huge movement of women that wanted to get alcohol banned. And it actually succeeded. They got rid of alcohol. There was a law passed and it made alcohol illegal for a long time. And that led to a lot of stuff like it was like the moonshine people and the bootleggers and stuff like that, which actually gave birth to a lot of stuff like NASCAR and so on and so on. It's actually an interesting time, but like going out and drinking and smoking became a thing of rebellion, and it was some of the first times, from what I understand, that, women would go and drink at bar. Well, they weren't really bars, right? Like underground parties or whatever. And, it goes from there. And there was a recent movement to try to ban alcohol. Again, it didn't work out at all. It fizzled out after a day. But they wanted to ban it again. And you get rid of that to own men. So now, according at least to Lynn Stewart Paramore here, who wrote this article, women should now stop drinking to own men. I guess, look, if you're an alcoholic and that will help you quit drinking if you're a lady, I guess that's fine, whatever. The author mentions going to AA meetings, and that doesn't work because, well, AA meetings were founded by a fluent white man, and that didn't resonate very well with her. And, well, because women and people from other marginalized and oppressed groups aren't really drinking because they are entitled, many drink because they never have been. And from this angle, AA is telling them to apologize to the world and pretending that their socioeconomic context is the same as that of straight white guys. And they may actually be doing more harm than good. They don't need to be anonymous. They need to be seen and heard. I need you to know I'm not drinking anymore. I need you to know, okay? Look, I think it's terrible. Alcoholism is a real problem, so, it's fine, but I don't really care if you're not drinking anymore. You don't need to come and scream at me about it, right? But anyway, then it goes over what I was talking about, the whole bootlegger thing. But what's funny, though, to me, is the way the article starts. And this is all inspired by this movie trailer, Promising Young Women, which jumps into two wrongs make a right, basically. It's this woman who goes around to, I don't know if she does anything to these dudes or not. She gets picked up at a bar. She pretends to be drunk at a bar and gets picked up by these dudes. And I don't know if she's actually going Dexter on them or not. They don't really say. Maybe it's a big lecture, which is probably worse than getting chopped up in some ways. But what I found really funny about this article is the way it started. And it goes over all of these ways that booze hurts women. And it's like, well, it hurts everybody that drinks. It's best to drink in moderation and not often. That's the healthy way to drink. But it goes over all of these stats about how, it hurts your liver, brain shrinkage, heart problems and stuff. And the way that it's written is it feels like it's, especially from the title, right? The title of this article. It sounds like the author's blaming men for the effects that alcohol has on a woman's body. That's kind of a stretch there, Mrs. Fantastic. And then at the end of the article, she starts blaming popular television shows like Sex and the City and branding from like Jane Walker that came from Johnny Walker and all this stuff. And it's like, look, I don't think blaming other people for alcoholism is going to help you quit being an alcoholic. I think you need to find reasons why you became one instead of like blaming dudes and TV shows. I don't know. I think it's great if you're an alcoholic. You should definitely maybe not be one anymore and whatever works, I guess. But I find it funny that instead of, AA or some other support group, we're now raising up our fists against the patriarchy, which she literally says in this article. So, I don't know. Funny stuff. I guess now it's men's fault that some women like to drink, which I think is ridiculous, but whatever. I think I find humor in some of this stuff, so I wanted to share it with you guys. But what do you think? Let me know. Is it the patriarchy that causes alcoholism in females? You can let me know in the comments below. I'd like to hear. Also, if you would, like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.